Hello, everyone at Estevão Lives. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel.
Smugglers transporting, because Trump's administration gave ICE a quota of 1,800 arrests per day across U.S. And, Rob, I don't know if you have the clip on that one. Is this the clip of that one?
No, I have that. Hang on one second. That's Stephen Miller right
if you can play that clip with the... So these guys are sitting there giving quotas. Just like anybody that's working a job, a sales job with a certain expectations, they're coming out saying, look, 1,800 a day... set the quota per immigration and customs. This is ICE, requiring a minimum of 75 arrests per day for each of these agencies' offices, 25 offices. So 75 arrests per day for the 25 offices. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller right here. Rob, if you want to play the clip about the quota.
Sources say that ICE has been directed to ramp up arrests to at least 75 per field office per day. If every field office hits that quota or that number, that goal, that would be 1,875 undocumented immigrants arrested every day. Now, the Washington Post reports that President Trump has been disappointed with the numbers so far. I don't know if that's true. You will tell me if it is. What is the priority, though, when it comes to these deportations? Is the initial goal, as we had been told by Trump allies after the election, to go after those first as a priority, to go after those who have committed violent crimes and are part of violent gangs? Or is it we're just going to go after anybody who is in this country illegally? We're not going to prioritize.
Well, yes, we are going to prioritize. So first of all, the numbers you cited are a floor, not a ceiling, very importantly. They're a floor. The goal is to arrest at least that many, but hopefully many more.
Yeah, so that's that part. And by the way, so far, according to this report, they're at 4,500 arrests since Trump's return to office. Okay, and that's why they're saying the numbers are now going to be where Trump wants it. I actually could believe the fact that Trump's not happy. He always wants more. That's what a driver's going to do. But then this goes with the story right next to it, with smugglers transporting van packed with 26 Chinese migrants detained in Florida. Rob, if you have the clip on this one, is this the one, Rob?
So there's two instances. One happened yesterday where they caught 40 migrants, and then 9 days prior in the same town, they found 26 Chinese migrants. This is the overhead helicopter news coverage of them busting the 40 in the van yesterday.
Go for it. Go ahead.
Very heavy police presence in Coral Gables. Specifically, we are looking at Old Cutler Road and Kendall Drive.
Let's get right to 7 Stephen J. Gray above and 7 Skyforce with what we know so far. Stephen.
Good morning, Tavares. Good morning, Olivia. Yeah, we've got a report of up to 40 migrants in 2 separate vans here. This is Old Cutler Road northbound here near Kendall Drive. We've got Coral Gables police on scene, and we're getting word that possibly 40 Chinese migrants have pretty much been pulled over in these vans. You can see through the trees here that the migrants are sitting down. Everything's pretty much under control. Everybody's being good, but once again, the 40 folks in 2 separate vans. Those vans must have been jam-packed right here in Coral Gables. I'm sure they're going to wait for a bigger vehicle to transport the migrants to wherever they've got to take
right there. So here's it says, similar to Chinese citizens found on a Toyota on a U-Haul truck after an abduction report. Coral Gables Police Chief Edward James Hudak revealed that the vehicles contained 16 Chinese females, 15 Chinese males, one male from Cuba, one female from Ecuador. So that's these 2 instances that they had. Rob, is this a different clip of a different instance?
So this is the very first instance, which happened about 12 days ago, and this is in Coral Gables. This is the story that you just read, the 26 that they
Go
captured.
for it.
Wild scene in Coral Gables. More than 20 migrants, mostly from China, part of a suspected smuggling operation, treated inside a city trolley after arriving by boat.
We're hearing.
I completely agree with the firm approach that Donald Trump is taking to combat illegal immigration and organized crime. The decision to use Guantanamo Bay as a detention center for highly dangerous foreign criminals is a necessary measure to protect American citizens. When Trump says we cannot trust other countries to detain these criminals, he is absolutely right. Many of these individuals pose serious threats and must be held in a secure location, and Guantanamo is the perfect choice for that.
That this all started back there by Snapper Creek with a possible abduction, and Coral Gables police came rushing this way.
Sources say it all unfolded when they were dropped off by a vessel Friday morning along the Snapper Creek Canal and put into vehicles. An alert resident calls police.
A very alert security professional from one of our homeowners associations observed an abduction in progress. She notified one of our patrolling officers about what she had observed.
And these are the moments an officer drives up on them. Most migrants crammed in this U-Haul van, 3 inside the small Toyota in front of it.
The officers removed or opened the back of the truck, which revealed 21
You can stop
predominantly.
Right, Byron, thoughts on this?
First thought is, this is why in Congress we have to get President Trump's agenda through as quickly as we can. And I know part of the national conversation about what we're doing is been around one big beautiful bill or 2 bills. And I think the president at this point is like, it could be 1 bill, it could be 2 bills. I don't care. Let's get it done. The number one thing that Tom Homan and Kristi Noem need are dollars from Congress to provide bed space and other officers and additional resources so that this process can actually function. What Stephen Miller's talking about the floor, yeah, that's correct. But the logjam is going to be they don't have the resources right now under federal appropriations to meet the floor. We have sheriff departments in Florida and around the country. Their local jails are now filling up, in part because of the 287G program that helps the repatriation process. So on Capitol Hill, we just left our retreat. And my comment to the speaker and to the other members is we have to do 2 reconciliation bills. We cannot do 1 big bill because it's going to take us too much time to get that done. And Tom Homan and those guys need the resources ASAP in order to have this be an orderly and smooth process that doesn't get log jammed or doesn't get backlogged, which will just backspill into sheriff departments, etc. So what's happening here about how so many migrants are coming in jammed into trucks, vans, and etc. That's been going on for 4 years. This has been the quiet secret that the Biden administration hid from the American people. I don't know if you guys remember, this is like probably the last time Joe Biden spoke at a press conference. This was like 4 years ago. And I'm serious. And he said something like, give us some time so we can clean up the mess. And then once we get it cleaned up, we'll let you come in and see it. Sure. They never let the press come in to see it. And the part of the reason was because when you come across the border illegally, what happens is you have traffickers in our side of the border who are moving people through vans, tractor trailers, whatever. There was a story a few years ago about 40 to 60 people died in the back of a tractor trailer from heat exhaustion down in the Houston area because Houston has become the human trafficking capital of the United States because they come through the border, they get to Houston, which is the closest major city, and then from Houston, they're basically dispersed all over the country. The Biden administration was doing all that. So that's why I'm saying our business on Capitol Hill, we have to get Tom Homan the money he needs. It's about $100 billion to them ASAP. Because if we don't, it's going to slow down this whole process. And we're not going to be delivering on what President Trump has said, and I believe what he says because I've seen it on the ground, the number one issue in the country that the voters want changed. They want the border secured. They want people sent back to their home, to their countries where they came from. And it's not just people, it's just not abuela. It's 184 countries from around the world. I was with a Haitian group on Saturday, and they were concerned about Haiti in particular. And I said, if we're going to be honest, what's going on with Haiti is a different situation than China, because Haiti is run by a guy named Barbecue. Their government has completely fallen apart. That's what asylum is supposed to be about. But Joe Biden and Kamala Harris blew open illegal immigration so bad that the country has no ability to even take in Haitian migrants who are fleeing legitimate persecution because their government fell apart in Haiti. So to bring it back to center, we have to deliver in Congress. And my view to the speaker and to the leadership is you got to do 2 bills because you got to deliver the money quickly to President Trump and to Tom Homan and Kristi Noem so they can get the job done that the American people want to see done. And we can still do tax policy. Nothing's going to stop us from doing that. We can get tax policy done. We can get energy policy changed. But we got to deliver the border money immediately. And legitimately what I think we can do is you do border, you raise the debt ceiling, and you do defense money. And the reason why you raise the debt ceiling is because there's only really two ways to raise it. You can do it in budget reconciliation, where you don't need Democrat Senate votes to do it, or you do it with Democrat senators. And if you do that deal with Democrat senators, they're going to demand a price for raising the debt ceiling from us, which is actually setting us back from the agenda that the American people voted for in November. So to my colleagues on Capitol Hill, they're going to hear me now. Do two bills. Do border, debt ceiling, and defense money in the first bill. Let's get that to the president's desk. We can get that to his desk probably by President's Day. I think the really cool thing is if the president signed the bill at the State of the Union on March 4. Now you talk about imagery? Shoot. We're making America safe right now.
Boom.
Boom.
Just like you signed the executive order.
Just like you signed the executive order. Boom.
Can I say what?
The expansion of the Immigrants Operation Center is a smart move. As Trump started, Guantanamo Bay is a maximum security facility, and ensuring that the worst criminal cannot return to our streets is crucial. Tom Holland, a security expert, reinforced that only the worst of the worst will be sent there, confirming that it is not a measure against ordinary immigrations, but against those who exploit our system's weakness to commit crimes. Critics of these decisions, Cuba's President Miguel Diaz-Canel and his foreign minister, can complain all they want, but the truth is that this is a matter of nation security, and the USA has every right protect its borders. The Trump administration is focused on eliminating cartels and criminal networks that exploit illegal immigrations, and this is something that every American concerned about safety should support. Moreover, the Lake Riley Act signed the Trump demonstrates his administration's real commitment to justice. Illegal immigrants who committed crimes cannot simply escape the consequence. This new legislation ensures that those who break our laws and help accountable and swift deported. It is impressive to see how Trump continues to be the only leader willing to take concrete steps to protect American cities. The media and leftist politicians may try to discard facts, but the truth is that this politics is based on common sense and the need to ensure a safer country. I fully support this initiative and believe it will be a major step toward ending the abuse of illegal immigration and organized crime.